Hi, Amanda here from BC and Canada. Before the BNB formula, I thought that I could do it all on my own. I thought that I knew enough that I could make it work, but I was actually quite intrigued about the secrets and the tidbits that Brian had mentioned that could help the business grow. So I was a little bit nervous the first day that I bought the program. I hoped that it was worth it and that I would get the money back from those extra secrets. And it turns out that I did. Within 2 weeks, actually, just and simply by renting out the spare rooms in my home. I had yet to get a property to work with. So that was pretty exciting. I knew that I had succeeded at that point and that this business would grow. My life now is working and growing the business. I'm constantly reaching out to other landlords to share the experience. Some it's easy and some people aren't so open to it, but it's just getting out there and making the connections. It's just been a little bit over 2 months since I had signed up for the BNB formula, and I have made over $10,000.
And I'm from Houston, Texas. My life before the BNB formula was pretty simple, kind of plain. I work in corporate America. My husband and I on the side, we also do real estate investing. But I was always wondering, what was going to be my next step? What else was I going to do? Or what else could grab my attention or that I would be interested in pursuing for the next phase or next level in my life? I decided to try the BNB formula because I saw the video that Brian Page made, and it was wonderful. Just a mere concept of being able to operate and control a property and generate revenue without actually having to own the property. So I was really intrigued and excited about that. So I was ready to get started. And when I got started, I was very excited about the Airbnb formula, the course, just being able to just sit down and go through the course. I was extremely excited. And that excitement and enthusiasm carried all the way through the training process or actually getting through the course. I never ran into a mental block of getting stuck or having a hard time sticking to the course or getting through the course. My excitement carried all the way through, and I'm so thankful for the content of the training material to be able to hold my attention and to just to keep me engaged all the way through. So when I completed the actual training, which was really great all the way through from beginning to end, when I completed it, my first encounter with success was quite phenomenal. The very first thing was I did everything that Brian said I needed to do to get the property listed. I had my pictures together, the descriptions, everything just the way he said. I'll never forget, it was late that night, about 10:30 at night. I hit the button, my property was listed, and I went to bed. I'm like, okay, we're going to see if this works, I went to bed about 10:30 or so, woke up the next morning about 8:30, and I already had an inquiry from someone who wanted to rent the house. And so I was so excited, like, wow, this does work. Just like Brian said, this is really real. There are no gimmicks. There's no, do this and then maybe you'll get this. No, if you follow the steps, if you really apply yourself, you will meet success. And so I was just excited. Now, with that measure of success, now people know that we own, that we have the Airbnb property, and we're looking to identify other Airbnb properties. I have 2 others lined up. Now they're wanting to know, and they know that our property is busy, right? And so now they're wondering, hey, I want to know, how can I do that? What do I need to do to be successful as an Airbnb host? And so for me, my life now, just with other people and myself, I feel that I've been empowered with the knowledge and the tools to be successful as, a host with Airbnb. And I'm so grateful that I also have the ability to be a blessing to other people, to be able to empower them to be successful as well. And I owe all of that to Brian Page. Just thank you, Brian, for deciding to apply yourself and be gracious enough to think of others like myself and all the other people across the United States and even outside of the United States, the other hosts and the other guests that stay in your beautiful properties. Just thank you, because now you have empowered me and my family to be able to have great success for many, many years to come. So thank you.
Carolina, welcome to one of my Airbnb listings. About 10 months ago, I noticed that my consulting income was starting to decrease and I needed another source of income. Based on a recommendation from a trusted advisor, I decided to watch Brian Page's BNB Formula presentation. I found that it fit my skill set and it fit my location. Come on in. Welcome to my third row beach house. I liked what I saw in the BNB formula, especially the fact that Brian said it wasn't a get-rich-quick scheme. So I decided to go ahead and commit to the program, and also commit, once I purchased it, to doing 2 chapters of BNB formula per week instead of 1. I really wanted to get started before our rental season kicked in to high gear in May, June, and July. There were always distractions during the process, but I made it a priority, and the biggest and toughest part of the BNB formula for me was not succumbing to a ready, fire, aim mentality, trying to get started on rentals before I had all the information and the system that Brian teaches. So look at me now. I'm sitting in a lovely third row beach house on Hilton Head with a value of about $1 million that I've leased from another owner. But how did I really know I succeeded when I started the BNB formula? It was when I received my first lease to a 1-bedroom villa a block from the beach that overlooked one of our harbors. And I wanted to share that success with my family. And so what I did is I went and brought them down to the beach and disclosed to them that I was taking the BNB formula course and that I now had leased the property to Airbnb. They were very excited, but they were also a little bit skeptical. Now I have 3 properties with positive cash flow, and I've met my goal of filling in that gap of income that I was missing, but also it's helped bring my family together. It turns out I am a terrible interior designer. My wife and daughter, on the other hand, are great at it. They've designed all the interiors of the properties that we've done, including the furnished ones. And my daughter, who's 13, is videotaping me right now and helped put this whole video together. So the BNB formula has not just helped me, but my whole family. And now I'm setting a new goal to have 10 properties on Hilton Head by this time next year. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Steve. I'm from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Before I started using the BNB formula, I was working for a residential property management company here in the Twin Cities area. And the reason I gave the BNB formula a try is I was actually looking for new work options, and I came across this and decided it would be something good to try out. It looked like there were options to do part-time, or if it worked out, to do it full-time. And that was actually one of the harder things at first, trying to get through this, was to see if I could make it work along with doing my full-time job. And the moment I realized that I succeeded was when I got my second place. So I do have 2 properties now, and was starting to make more than I was making at my other full-time job, and actually ended up quitting that job and am doing this now full-time. So I would say that now, compared to life before the BNB formula, I have a lot more free time. Like I said, I'm actually making more than I did at my full-time job, and seems to be going very well. I would definitely recommend this, and like I said, it has been a great experience and opportunity so far. Thanks.